Good morning. Happy Friday. I wanted to take a moment to make this video as I'm getting ready to leave the house. I'm doing my eyebrows, as you can tell, because I feel like it's really important as to why I even chose this job as a coach. So like 3 years ago, I was the girl that was, in a typical 9-to-5 job, and I was unfulfilled, doing the same thing every day. My husband and I didn't live together. He rented a room out of town. I rented a room. We both had different jobs. His job kept him out of town working. And I saw the coaching opportunity, and I was like, oh, that looks interesting. And then I saw the way it changed so many people's lives and allowed them to start doing the things that they loved with the people that they loved. And then I realized those people aren't any different than me. So if they can do it, I can do it too, right? And so I jumped in. I didn't know what I was doing, but I knew I was going to learn, and I was determined because I wanted to live with my husband and I wanted to enjoy life. Like, I was tired of waking up and going to work and just that's all I did. It was like a monotonous every day. It was like Groundhog Day every day. Everything was the same. And so this job is really, really important to me, and I hustled really, really, really hard for 2 years, building my business from home, helping people change their lives, helping people start, leading healthier habits. Hi, Leroy. Fangirl Friday. You're so awesome. I love you. So yeah, I started helping people, create healthy habits through, simplified meal plans, using daily Shakeology, being part of support groups. And I did it, and I hustled. I worked night and day. Even as I was working my 40-hour work week, I would do my coaching job on every break I got, every lunch, every, after work. I made sacrifices. I stopped going out to the bar. I stopped spending my money on Tiffany, on purses, on ridiculous amounts of clothes. I canceled my Hulu and Netflix because I was determined to have, a life that I deserved. I wanted to do something that I loved. But the biggest thing was I was always missing out on things. Like, I remember before I was a coach, like, my family would go do events and I would be at work, or my husband would randomly have a day off and he'd be like, oh my gosh, I'm coming home early, and I'd be like, awesome, I have to work. I couldn't be like, oh my god, I'm gonna take the day off with you and I'm so excited we can go do something. So he would come home early and he would just sit in the room. He would sit in the room that I rented and wait for me. He would play on his phone and just sit there. And I was tired of that. I was like, this sucks. I want to be with him. I want to go do things with him. And so why am I even telling you guys this? Because yesterday he came home and he was like, oh, I have the day off. And I was like, what? You have tomorrow off? And he's like, yeah, you want to go riding? And I was like, yes, I definitely want to go dirt bike riding, because we haven't got to go in a while because he's been working and the weather's been bad. So now here I am, 9 or 10 or something like that on a Friday. And we got up, we did our workout together, and then we're going riding. I'm all, I'm geared up, I have my pants on. He has the bikes loaded. He just went to the store to get ice. And it's because of stuff like this right now. I hustled so hard, and I still do. I bust my ass to be successful in this business and to help others achieve the shit that they want to achieve in their life, whatever that looks like, so I can have the freedom to do stuff like this today, right? Dry shampoo. This is my favorite one, Batiste. I hustle hard in this business so I can have the freedom to do shit like this. Just no, I don't have a boss to ask. I don't have to ask anyone for any permission to do anything. We're just gonna pack up and we're gonna go riding today, and I make my own schedule so I can rearrange it. This is what I've always wanted. I've always just wanted to be able to do what I wanted when I wanted. Is that too much to ask? I want to live my life for me. And today we get to go riding, and I don't have to say, oh no, I'm sorry, Cody, you're off work, so you go home and sit around and wait for me. I get to come, right? I want to go, so I get to go, because I've created this life. It didn't just fall in my lap, right? I worked for it every day, and I still do, because this freedom doesn't compare to anything else. I've never had a job where I could just be like, oh my god, my husband's off work and he wants to go ride, so I'm just not gonna work. And don't get me wrong, there were many days where I called in sick because I really wanted to spend time, but I always felt super guilty about it. and then obviously I'd be missing out on money, and then I couldn't pay my bills, and then I was like regretting it, even though it's something that I really wanted to do. So yeah, hi Haley. Hi, Brittany. So yeah, this is why I do this job, you guys. Freedom, like to spend time doing what I want to do with the people that I love. And I want to go dirt bike riding on a Friday, and I don't want to ask anyone for permission. I just want to go do it because it's my life, right? So the reason I tell you this is because anybody can do this. Like, I'm no different, right? You just have to be consistent, and you have to stay in, you know, every day, and don't give up. Because I still do. I face many struggles in this business because it's not easy. This business is so hard. It's probably the hardest thing I have ever done, but it is the most rewarding thing I have also ever done, right? Because I have freedom. And that's what I've always wanted. So I just thought that message was super important, and I'm really excited to go riding. And I love you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful Friday and a great weekend. And remember, you're amazing, and you deserve to live a life that you love. Mwah.